transportation network is really important to the greater Portland region because transportation is what people need to get around. That's how you get to your doctor appointments, that's how you get to school, that's how you get to jobs. And if you don't have a car or you're a one-car family, then the transportation network can really help you. And we actually have a pretty good transportation in greater Portland.
When I started doing work in the greater Portland region around transportation access, it was really clear to me that we needed to have people involved and at the table who have lived experience of barriers. And we were really fortunate to find and apply for funding through the Transit Planning for All initiative, which is like a perfect match with that.
The Community Transportation Leaders Program was a part of a larger effort by GPCOG and PACS to advance the inclusion of underrepresented communities in transportation planning and decision making. And in this context is people of color, people with limited English proficiency, older adults, people with disabilities, and people who have traditionally lacked representation in transportation planning.
So the Community Transportation Leaders Program has three components. One is focusing on helping people with lived experience of barriers to gain the skills and the knowledge they need to have an impact on transportation decisions. Second piece is to knit them together with a cohort of peers. The third piece is really about creating a gateway into decision making so that people can speak directly to decision makers.
I am an immigrant from Republic Democratic du Congo, and I am a person with disability. I started to advocate about public transportation because I have a transportation barrier. Going out, it was a challenge because I'm not driving. I was dependent on the people for grocery, for English school, doctor appointments, for everything.
Decision used to be made from the top down, and most of the time people who make those decisions don't use public transportation. So having these people come on the table, they help us improve transportation in a way that will make this system better for them, because if it is accessible for the most vulnerable, then it will work for everyone.
That CTR program, this is the place where anyone can explain the struggle we had, and then the decision maker gonna know exactly where to put the money, where to serve people, and how we can help them.
I learned how to go online, do different research. I learned how to ask a question. I learned how to be in a meeting, raise my hand.
We've seen the power of including these community members and the impact that they can make. We had our first cohort that started in 2019. Now we are with our second cohort. From the get-go, decision makers are reaching out to us saying, we want to get community transportation leaders involved.
Our committee from the first cohort, I was very surprised how good they were. They had the same complaints, like reading the schedule and being able to understand the bus drivers.
We had Guy Mapoy start the Bus Ambassadors program. The Bus Ambassadors program helps community members who are new to the community or have limited English proficiency learn how to navigate the transit system.
The goal with Bus Ambassador, we want those persons to live freely, to do everything by their own. They can go to their doctor appointment, they can go to school.
Underrepresented communities, they have experience, they have knowledge. This is something that we need as planners.
I think we've accomplished a lot since the beginning. They're more open than they were, because they want to hear from us.
We are the part of the community. I want to encourage everybody to include everybody, because our voice are also important like anybody.